5 best celebrity love triangles of all time. Is there anything else much more scandalous than a celebrity love triangle? These stories are so tangled up that sometimes we forget all about what went down, including the juicy parts. But courtesy of this video, all is not lost. So stay tuned to discover the 5 best celebrity love triangles of all time and all that went down at the time. Number 5. Sandra Bullock and Jesse James. When many women came forward to report that James had connections with them while he was married to Bullock in 2005, Bullock and James filed for divorce in 2010. The Blind Side gave Bullock her first Academy Award, but the public split overshadowed those accomplishments. Lewis was adopted by Bullock at the time. Before the release of her current film, The Lost City, Sandra Bullock claimed she was concerned about how the infidelity scandal and her subsequent split from James might affect her kid. The revelation of one of her husband's ex-mistress, who we currently don't have any information about, during the period of the scandal was pretty heartbreaking. I mean, so much had happened. Bullock, 57, said, "How do you process grief and not hurt your child in the process? It's a newborn. They take on everything that you're feeling. So my obligation was to him and not tainting the first year of his life with my grief." While Bullock and James were still together, the actress moved on to date photographer Brian Randall. In 2015, she added Lila to her family by adopting her. Bullock also discussed the difficulties of being a mother to 2 black children during the in-depth conversation. "I have a level of defense that millions of mothers have that aren't white," she said. "I have an understanding of how scary it is, and I just get really emotional because I think of hundreds of years of women who've never been able to relax into motherhood. They've never been able to relax." Number 4. Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez, and The Weeknd. When Selena began dating The Weeknd in January 2017, it appeared she had finally moved on from a 4-year romance with Justin that had been characterized by ups and downs. As far as Justin was concerned, the new pair didn't do much for him. When Sal's ex was interviewed by TMZ about his thoughts on The Weeknd's music, he was adamant about his dislike of the Starboy singer. The Weeknd song was out of the question for him. He exclaimed, "That says whack." Selena and The Weeknd seemed happy together for almost 10 months despite Justin's apparent contempt for the duo. Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez reconciled soon after. She disclosed she had undergone a kidney transplant because of issues with lupus. By October, Selena and The Weeknd were donezo. Selena and Justin was back with a bang because they were seen kissing at hockey games and were spotted revisiting the sites where they fell in love. Despite earlier reports suggesting that Jelena were merely rekindling their friendship and that The Weeknd was entirely cool with it. "I'm 25, I'm not 18 or 19 or 20, Gomez told Billboard about her reunion with Justin. "I cherish people who have really impacted my life, so maybe before it could have been forcing something that wasn't right, but that doesn't mean caring for someone ever goes away." Around all the debacle though, The Weeknd and Selena Gomez are up to now on good terms according to Cell. Number 3. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's relationship. Reports of Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's relationship arose 2 years after her divorce from Billy Bob Thornton, the star who was Jennifer Aniston's husband at the time. Jolie vigorously refuted cheating claims, claiming that to be involved with a married guy when my own father cheated on my mother is not something I could tolerate. "In no way, shape, or form could I ever contemplate doing that to myself in the mirror again." Still, a few months after Pitt and Aniston announced their divorce, Jolie and Pitt made their first public appearance together. Jolie and Pitt added 3 bio kids and 3 adopted children to their brood. A year and a half after becoming engaged at the beginning of 2012, they tied the knot. Sadly, marriage was not able to repair their bond, so Jolie asked for a divorce in September 2016. Jolie is currently unmarried, or at least she's doing her best to keep her personal life out of the public eye. As one of Hollywood's best-known stars says, she doesn't plan on ever getting married again. Number 2. Kristen Stewart, Cara Delevingne, and Alicia Cardille. Twilight star Kristen Stewart had an on-again, off-again romance with Alicia Cardille, and when they finally split, she went to St. Vincent, who was also coping with her recent breakup with Cara Delevingne at the time. If we're being honest, this controversial love triangle was really more of a rebound. Case 2 had been with Soko, the French singer who went on the record as being so happy and very in love with the actress just before she returned to Alicia for one final attempt. Number 1. Tyga, Kylie, and Blac Chyna. A year after they began dating in 2011, Tyga and Blac Chyna welcomed their baby King Cairo into the world in 2012, only months before they announced their engagement. 2 years later, Tyga started hanging out with Kylie Jenner, who he had been seeing at the time. In August of that year, Tyga and Chyna abruptly ended their engagement, after which Tyga began regularly appearing on Kylie's Instagram. The public assumed Kylie and Tyga were more than simply friends, but both Kylie and Tyga maintained their innocence. In the meantime, Kylie and Chyna were tagging one another on Instagram with subtle hints of jealousy. Chyna's Audemars Piguet watch, which was rumored to have been a present from her boyfriend Tyga, was shared hours later by Kylie, who tweeted a photograph of her own watch that appeared to be suspicious. During the height of the Kylie Jenner lip challenge, Chyna donned a set of enormous wax lips for a selfie in which she made fun of Kylie's lips. It appears like Tyga was trying to date both of them at the same time, based on the text that she uploaded between the two of them. While Kylie was still 17 at the time, Tyga got a huge Kylie tattoo on his arm in an attempt to prove his love for her, while also making it clear that the two were a couple. By the end of February 2016, Chyna had accused Kylie of copying her show, Cooking with Chyna, after she launched her own show, Cooking with Kylie. A series of Snapchat recordings from Tyga ended up being used to defend Kylie at the time. And there you have it, 5 best celebrity love triangles of all time. Don't fail to check back with us for the most recent news from the entertainment industry. And don't forget to leave a comment on this video's comment section. Subscribe and please hit the notification bell right now.